few things there that Mineski can work with. So Fnatic still needing that hero really for Arbed in the mid lane.
Yeah, they're gonna get something greedy for him. Is OD banned out?
What lanes were up against Puck?
OD would be perfect, actually.
OD is not banned. It's banned out. First phase
It's banned.
Is
such a shame.
Is Meepo any good here or no?
Yeah, he is.
You can Meepo
alright.
this.
Surely
You can definitely Meepo this game.
Yeah,
but there's a Grimstroke.
But you just run them over.
There's an Enigma. That Dream Core.
Yeah, they go with the more stable hero, Dragon Knight. Not really. You can't really fail with this. If Puck is mid, Dragon Knight is gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
He's gonna just out farm, out CS, and then start pushing that tower. He doesn't care about Puck spam. You have to rotate if you want to get that DK. But even if you rotate, it's not gonna be that easy. You have to do it with both of your supports.
And now, if you get a Blink or a Shadow Blade, you are gonna have that catch that you kind of needed against the Morph and the Puck.
Insta catch for the Morph and for the Puck.
Yeah.
Kind of sad that we didn't see a Meepo, but Meepo changes the game completely. It's harder, and Meepo has been changed a lot. Like, that hero is not as good as it used to be. It's alright, but the problem with Meepo right now that people don't realize is that he doesn't gain as much experience as he used to.
No, not so.
His clones, when they are farming, you have to be very careful about how you do it. You need to keep your main Meepo with one of the clones that are farming in the jungle, so that you get experience, full experience. Because the clones don't get
how much
as
do the
much.
clones get?
I don't know, but
it's not full.
Yeah, it's not full. So
I don't know who comes out ahead on this draft.
I mean, out of these two teams, I'd probably have to go. I think I'd go against the Enigma lineup. I'd have to go
with the Dragon Knights, yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with the DK, the Jug Lich.
I mean, Lich Juggernaut is super strong.
They've got Darkseer Spirit. They've got Darkseer Spirit. They've got Jug Lich. Like,
and they have a better mid.
And they got the catch.
The only thing for me is like Morphling is better later on, and Enigma late is super scary. And then if they do get late, they definitely have an edge.
And late game, I guess, what do they have to cancel the black hole through BKB? They don't, right?
They don't. Yeah.
They don't, and they are running 3 melee cores. So late game, you see some big black holes.
So I don't know. I'm gonna still go with Jug DK.
Yeah, I mean,
alright, we're all going for the Fnatic side.
We're going with Fnatic. So
Yeah.
we'll see if Mineski do pull it off, it will look flashy because they got an Enigma.
I'm gonna, by the way, as we don't have the camera on the game yet, I'm gonna simulate what's happening. Dragon Knight is moving around the bottom rune, and their Spirit is with the Darkseer right around here, guys. They're both double shot. Oh my god, they're going on Grimstroke. Run, Grimstroke, run. No, never mind. But
there we go. So let's see what we got.
Alright. I don't think, we do know Enigma is offlane. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's no surprises there. Everyone's playing what they thought.
Yeah. Just be the question is where's Grimstroke gonna go? Actually, at the moment they're just gonna try lane bottom, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, the Enigma doesn't really want to dual lane.
The Enigma does not really contribute to room fights at all as well, so can't really. You're always at a disadvantage when it comes to fighting for the runes, as you have a hero less.
We can see a bit of an attempt onto Ice. He's got the Frost Shield. Still taking a lot of damage from these two. But so is Pie the Iron Shells. Pie's got to be a bit careful, as he will back off.
That is at least a salve on Ice though. Got some value out of that. And the rune.
If they started with 2 shells instantly, it would have been easier.
Maybe they would have had it, yeah.
Oh, no one contested Enigma's bounty. What? Why not?
Yeah, I guess because they sent 3 down bottom.
Yeah, it was 3 bottom and
now Mineski again making another attempt, this time onto the Lich, and Frost Shield will not be enough. First blood for them.
From Febby.
Febby's Grimstroke.
Can I change my vote?
Let's see, the brawling's going to be starting down bottom.
Yeah.
DJ's going to try and get these creeps pulled around, but Piloti's hot in the chase.
Yeah.
It's not really going to be able to do too much. He can't go for another. He might actually kill this. Let's see. Alright.
We're just popping in to say hi for a second.
Just for a small...
We really enjoy having you guys here.
Yeah.
And we just want to say thank you for joining us.
Yeah, so the Dragon Eggs is right about here again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh.
And now you can enjoy the game even better. You know, you appreciate it more once it's been taken away. You don't know what you miss until it's gone, and then we brought it back. You know.
I see the mid lane CS.
It's like taking a toy from a kid, you know. We're teaching Twitch chat a lesson.
Yeah.
Be satisfied with what you've got. Don't
We
blame
can
us.
take it away from you at any point.
Exactly.
Oh, jab.
Well, what would you do then?
Not a whole lot, let me tell you.
To have to go outside or something. That's horrible.
Well, and if you live in Sweden, that's downright impossible. The amount of snow that is coming out of this sky is...
We almost died.
We almost died. Walking from the taxi to the
Did
studio.
you see that? Yeah, I saw he's rocking the double stouts on the dark side this game.
Is he? Nice. Why is that again?
I mean, it used to be the thing on Axe, on Darks here, you get 2 stouts, creep skip.
Ooh.
But yeah, I haven't seen it a long while. I mean, we see it on Axe, right? Because
Yeah, you see it on Axe the
they do
most.
it
Why doesn't he have an iron shell? That would be even
Like,
better.
sometimes when there's summons and stuff, but I guess you say as a dark sea you do expect to be tanking a lot of creeps, so...
Yeah, that's true. And you can creep skip
Nice
easier.
kill.
So.
He thought he was safe.
I'll see on the
Joke's
top
on
lane.
him.
MP's having decent farm. 12 for 5 against 7 for 7. The farm looking the best for the Morphling though at the moment. Total free farm.
Yeah, Morphling doing really well. Well, Jug is actually kind of fine, but you're playing versus Enigma. If you're playing versus solo Enigma, like, if you are solo, Enigma is gonna win. There aren't many heroes that can deal with that. A perfect orb out from Moon.
Had it prepared, ready for that rotation from DJ. And of course, as expected at the moment, at least the CSZ. But maybe you would maybe expect to see the DK be ahead in this lane, or
I mean, he has no problems versus Puck.
Yeah.
But Puck is obviously CSing really well as well. Like you have the orb and the waning griff, right? Is it? So to use to last it. So it's not like he's gonna deny creeps away from you, but you're not gonna pressure him. He's not gonna invest into any kind of region.
Whoop. Bit of a wrap around onto Jazz, but KP doesn't have any sort of things to help with this, as Pi will be left to just chase Jab.
She's gonna chase
He's
him.
very speedy though.
Yeah, but it's a problem now. There's help. Oh, the crit.
Lucky crit. Oh, he's gonna go for it.
Spin, actually. Coming off cooldown. Oh,
They got him.
the Eidolon blocked the wrong hero.
Paladai could not escape. As Fnatic getting aggressive on this top lane. TP is going to come back in as Pi respawns.
Do they need to be this aggressive?
Well, they're getting kills with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
It's
why
good.
not?
Well, that was their first kill.
Yeah, but it's a kill. So yeah, they'll be they're jug glitch. They can dive towers. They have frost shield.
There we go.
Oh, nicely timed, bud.
Oh, he could have continued chasing. Then at least he'd break the Sal, but instead he moved.
Yeah, maybe
back.
he was worried the TPs were coming
Of
in.
course, yeah.
Yeah,
Sven just died on top. He didn't show anywhere. You can just port instantly. Yeah, I'm happy that Lich is top. I'm happy for Fnatic, that is, because they have to commit to this, to shutting down this Enigma. It's basically hero look at, like, you can't stop the denies, right? But at least you can stop Enigma from farming.
But look how much, like the Darks here though as well. I saw Sight is struggling to find farm.
Yeah,
They got 9 CS as the Darks here, 5 minutes in.
yeah. I think he should have been.
Oh, that was kill steal.
Definitely should have left that to the Puck.
Pi.
Just destroying this lane actually. And as Darks here, if you don't have Earth Spirit there, you just can't farm. I guess you should have creep skipped like he imagined with those.
Oh yeah,
scout
with the 2
shields.
stouts. Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, I guess it's useful now. He's just in the jungle, but
It is, but you'd rather be in the jungle and taking the radiant creeps with
yeah,
you.
it's gonna be a slow start for the Darks here. As KP in trouble once again, coming out a little too far, and the Jug Lich combo will chase him down with ease. down the bottom. In fact, they found Ice. He's going to be Dream Cold. That's going to be a dead Dark. So I think this is one of the roughest starts I've seen Ice have in a game. Yep. 6 minutes in, he's level 3 Darks here, and he's got no farm to his name. He's got a couple of Stout Shields and a Quelling Blade. That ain't great. Oh, KP again though. Having a bit of trouble. It's like both offlaners struggling this game.
Yeah. The thing is though, Enigma is still denying CS from Jug.
Yeah, and he's still getting levels. He's level 5, he's getting some farm, but yeah, for Ice, it's just going to be a case of trying to catch up without feeding down on this bottom lane.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen, it seems, because remember, Inkswell, Waveform, and that's one dead.
Oh no! What's wrong with Ice? Is this an imposter? This is an Ice.
This is Ice. This is him.
Oh, he's struggling. Well, for Fnatic, at least the middle lane and the top lane still going very well. Arbed's now getting ahead in CS and is able to get some pressure onto the tier 1 tower. There's a good amount of damage there with that first Elder Dragon form. Top Pie.
DJ. So this time, I mean, they have an issue that they haven't played the Third Spirit with the Darkseer. I think one of the reasons why
that's the strength of this.
Yeah, one of the reasons why Darkseer is struggling is because you bought 2 Stout Shields on Darkseer, but you bought 0 Stout Shields on Earth Spirit. And when you have an Earth Spirit with a Stout Shield and you go to an offlane with the Darkseer, you can both hide the tower, you can both tank the creep wave, you can do whatever you want to. But DJ, he had like a plan of his own. I don't think it included feeding First Blood, but it wasn't really great there on that lane for him. And maybe that's one of the reasons why Darkseer is struggling as well. I mean, it truly is, because...
at least, as I say, for now they're going to have Arbed and Jug hitting timings.
Yeah, we just need them to hit their timings, and they got this.
Oh, see, mid lane, Arbed going in with the opening setup. They're going to have DJ backing him up as well as he rolls in onto the Grimstroke.
That's an Arcane Rune as well. Arcane Rune Dragon form is always nice.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of use of it.
He gets a kill, then goes for that tower hits. For those tower hits, he's gonna take down that tier 1 and then start rotating. The puck does not have a lot, and Abed is definitely gonna be a true hero for his team. Where Ice has failed.
Yeah, Abed's got to sort of pick up the slack and sort of crush it as this DK, and so far he is. Because yeah, the bottom lane just proven to be an absolute disaster for Fnatic. This morph, RJ has he's had an insane time. Like he's had a dream opening to the game against a potential lane that should not have been easy for a morph. But he's made it look very easy.
And just like in Dota chess though, which I haven't played too many times, one time only, but I've learned something listening to you explain it to Weapons. Like just like in Dota chess, on these first few levels, even if you lose, it doesn't really matter. Later on, it's what matters.
Sure.
And this Morphling right now, even though he had a fantastic lane, he's only 1k ahead of the Jug. So no one really pressured the Morph, but Jug and DK are gonna be the ones that start start pushing soon, and are gonna be the ones that set the tempo of the game soon. So is Morph gonna be able to do anything about that? Possibly not, because he's gonna be the one still farming. He needs the puck, he needs the Enigma to do stuff. The puck didn't have a great lane. He did fine.
Yeah. They've got at least I guess the pushes start coming in. They're going to have the puck and the Grimstroke to have pretty decent D push. So
that's true.
They've got a good wave clear to make sure the game goes on, and they're able to sort of find success with the Morphling as the game goes on later.
By the way, though, so far Fnatic has twice in a row gotten 3 of the runes, while Mineski only got 1. Some high priority for those extra money nuggets.
Let's see. What is that?
Is Darkseer going for Midas, or is he going Dominator still? Because he had
Arcane.
Just going Arcane, so this is like recovery mode.
It's going to be a slow start for us.
Yeah, I guess he's also thinking by the time I get that Dominator, it's just going to be late. It's going to be so late. So, Yeah, Arcanes into utility, I believe is fine. Maybe even Vlad's, honestly. Like Darkseer Vlad's not really optimal, right? You don't want that, but you want Vlad's on your team. And if Earth Spirit does not buy it, and you've had such a rough start, then perhaps you can do it on your Darkseer. It's not great though. He's just gonna be like another support to be E-bladed eventually.
I'll see on the top line Mineski, ready to push in and try and take this Jugs tower. DJ is there by MP's side, and MP does have an Omni Slash if Mineski get too aggressive, but looks like Mineski aren't going to be content with sticking around. They're going to back off. They don't want to try too hard to push that tower for now. Zarbed's getting good space mid. He's going to have a good timing on the Blink Dagger, and as we say, that will really allow Fnatic to move around the map and find these openings to get the kills, and they are going to try and move towards top. They know the Mineski are trying to take this tier 1 tower, and they're going to try and put a stop to it. They
Dragon form is up.
Yeah.
No level 6 on the Lich yet. No level 6 on the Earth Spirit yet, but I don't need that to kill Pylai. Sheer outnumber will do the trick.
They'll put a stop to the push. Rest of Mineski back away. They don't at least lose anyone else, just losing the support Sven. But they won't be able to get that tower for now that they were sort of positioning themselves to take.
Is that really worth using your Dragon form for? Shouldn't we want to see him trying for something more now?
Push.
Yeah. I mean, usually you want to use it in an aggressive manner.
Yeah.
You want to take objectives with it, especially these first few Dragon forms. But if it stops a push as well, it's kind of fine. It's
and then you see the Sven like that. There's always the chance that the team's behind him. I'm
not saying that he shouldn't have popped it.
Oh look, they found each other. Old and forgotten love. Earth Spirits and Darkseer finally making it to each other.
Yeah.
And also who made it is...
That was the first... Oh, no, not the first, but that was an Omni Slash.
Yeah. First insta-kill with the Omni Slash.
Yes.
What does he have? He has that Yasha. He's actually moving into... I mean, why go for Manta first if you're buying Battle Fury? That's always my question. I don't like finishing Manta if you're going for Battle Fury. Just get Battle Fury first, boost your farm up, then go for Manta.
Yeah, for sure, because if you can get the Yasha into the Battle Fury, you're going to get the Battle Fury and the Manta quicker than if you do it the other way.
Then you go Manta and then the Battle Fury.
I guess it just depends how scared you are, isn't it? Because it's a little greedier, because this game there are silences, you are trying to play around the puck and the Grimstroke, and the Manta will be useful for that.
Yeah.
But you can sort of look at the game and say, well, is he going to really be pressured to have to get that Manta first?
Yeah, he probably...
He could get away with the Battle Fury after this.
Well, Enigma, offlane for Mineski, he bought that Midas, he used it already for the first time. Now he's probably going to go into the Dominator, maybe not, maybe goes for utility and like some Blink BKBs. The Darkseer, however, just finished his raindrop.
Yay, raindrops.
So he's got that.
And buy a Lich. They got the tower as well.
Yeah.
I'm knowing that the Morphling is, just basically having the time of his life and having free form. What are the things you can do against, like, if you're Fnatic, how are you going to tailor your items to be able to deal with him?
I mean, you got to do stuff with this DK.
Yeah, he got Blink, and with this Blink you can possibly initiate on that Morphling. I mean, Shadowblade was just as good as Blink here, maybe even a bit better, but Blink is kind of more, I don't know, easier, cheaper. So definitely an alright item. The thing is with Blink, maybe he has time to react. With Shadowblade he definitely doesn't.
I know, that's going to get harder to catch now with that Manta Star.
He actually isn't going to go for Battle Fury.
They're going to try and jump in for a fight if Fnatic, but straight away Mineski have the soul line. Black Hole's down, will get cancelled immediately by the silence. Dream got down onto the two of them as Fnatic are trying to retreat. Arbed will turn, another stun holding back the Sven as Pylai will run, but the Omni Slash from MP finishes him off. Fnatic, they've found one, can they get anything more? Surge forward onto Arbed, trying to get him to close the gap to find a Dragon Tail stun. But he can't quite get in there. MP's still chasing. He's looking for KP. KP will get slowed down by the Frost Shield, and KP will go down. So Fnatic, they get two. striking back hard and putting an end to the push that Mineski were trying to get going in that middle lane.
Yeah, I like this build as well, by the way. A bit more than the Battle Fury.
Yeah,
build,
Yasha
even.
Maelstrom.
Yasha Maelstrom, indeed.
Okay.
It's gonna be alright.
Is he then completely forgotten the idea of going Battle Fury at all?
Yeah, you don't even go for Battle
No.
Fury.
You just...
You just
It's the
go...
alternate.
Because you basically get it to farm faster, right? And Maelstrom does kind of the same thing?
Yeah, Maelstrom helps you farm. It also is pretty good with your Omni Slash because you proc the lightnings. The fight, so you get some magic damage too. And overall, just an all-round decent item on Jack. Like this is one of the builds. I think you will go right now. There are two builds. You go Yasha into Battle Fury, or you go Yasha into Maelstrom. I think both are just as good. With Battle Fury, you're gonna farm a bit faster, but this one is definitely gonna allow you. It's gonna allow you to fight and also farm it on a decent pace. So the only item build that I don't like is that Manta Rush. Like it doesn't really help you too much. Manta is great, but get it as third item, not really as your first one. Like Yasha into something into Manta.
Jab's just checking on the Roshan. I would imagine Fnatic is going to be the first team to try and go for that. They have the better lineup to take it down.
Oh, definitely. You can't even take it on Mineski if you wanted to.
No.
I mean, it would take some time. Maybe if there's a medallion on Enigma, but that's not there. The smoke, you can see that they're very active with this Maelstrom already picked up.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you guys said, right? They want to be able to, now with the DK and the Blink Dagger, they want to be able to pressure that Morphling as well.
Yep.
Just make sure that they get as much map control as possible. They do find the Puck is of course one of the more elusive heroes, but he can jump out of the claws of the Darkseer, if you can call it claws. More
I
like
think he's just gonna creep skip here, and he has travels to get out. So I really love these travels on Puck, like early pickup of travels is very nice.
The sentry down, so they will see Pylite heading up to the high ground as he'll try his best to run himself away. He doesn't have any help coming in that.
He's just buying some time.
It's space, man. Like he's not feeding. It's Pylite dying. It's space.
Yeah,
time wasted.
Signature move.
Yeah, signature Pylite die move indeed.
And Enigma and Morphling have taken refuge to the enemy or the Dire jungle. They push pretty fast with those Eidolons as well. You can't really sleep on that.
Enigma is one of those heroes that forces you to respond to the lane that he's on all the time. It's on, she's on. Oh, no, I'm not gonna. I just know that Enigma is very buffed.
Enigma is a god.
I guess.
And he does have a manly voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't have. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not really a manly voice. I had like.
More like ethereal voice?
What is he?
My ex-girlfriend had a similar voice. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, you can't tell by
You
the
can't
voice.
really tell by the voice.
Can you though?
No, you can't.
You can try.
Can't tell by the voice. People have a variety of.
But this is true.
You know, you sound like a guy. You know.
They sound like Interaction Slacks.
You
Different.
What? You don't sound like Syracuse.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. How do
Maybe
you
if
sound
you
like
tried.
Syracuse?
If you tried.
If you tried, maybe you sound like Syracuse.
I don't think I can try. Don't knock over my coffee, one. It's very full.
Mid lane. Tower will be taken. They'll make a try. Two of them. The chain frost is down as well. The morph will start to build up the strength, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Oh, I like that play.
Very nice.
That looks flashy.
That looks so flashy.
That was really quick thinking there from Arjit.
I mean, it's like, I got used to it, you know, like I see more stealing Earth Spirits all the time because there's more fan Earth Spirit in the game, but it still looks so good.
It was just solid. You wait for him first and you roll.
Instantly into roll, yeah.
Like there's no moment of hesitation. That's the thing that makes it.
This is gonna be a problem, honestly, for Fnatic. Like we said, they have no ways of dealing with that black hole once the BKB is up. That Enigma has a Midas had a decent lane and has continued farming at an unchanged pace, basically. Gets the blink. That BKB is coming up shortly with the Midas, with the farm that Eidolons allow her to too, so I don't know. It's gonna be scary for Fnatic. Like, if this was few patches ago, then yeah, certainly you'd have that lich ult, that would work, but sadly, it doesn't work any longer. Oh, and they got him.
Yeah.
Oh, there he's gone.
He's gone, yeah.
Very
so
gone.
This is another issue as well. Like Morphling,
Tipped.
Morphling is like possibly the best scaling carry. I don't know. Maybe there's Terrorblade, but in that matchup, Morphling still wins. Like, you don't win versus him. You need an Abyssal eventually on this jug.
Yeah, you gotta get someone else to hold this man down because Argit's gonna be huge.
It's not gonna be enough, and if he buys the Lincolns or something, then you're dealing with that. I mean, it's not a perfect item on Morph, but if you buy Lincolns, then you're dealing with the Dragonite stun as well. They're not gonna be able to silence him. He has Manta. You're not gonna be able to catch him. And then you have Enigma to deal with. Oh, he's actually going Skadi. Oh, whatever. Skadi is just as good. You're just gonna be super tanky, and it gives you a slow versus the jug. It's gonna be Skadi is definitely better.
We see them trying to put some effort into having pressure on that Morphling, but should they also try to pressure that Enigma a little bit more?
They should get objectives and shut down the map so that the Enigma cannot...
well, there's still tier 1 tower top, actually.
Yeah, because it's easier said than done. You have this Puck that's constantly out pushing, using travels to go back, and then you also have the Grimstroke that's built into a Netherlands, and he's just constantly doing the same. And you can see that they're trying. They're trying to get into the right positions. They're trying to take over this area around the shrine so that they can take the tier 1 on top. But Enigma is already on top, out pushing this. On the bottom lane, you have Puck out pushing, and then Morphling is just farming freely wherever he can. So, like, it's not easy. Like, they're really split pushing very well so far.
Yeah, they're making it tougher for Fnatic, and so he has got the Greaves, but still very much playing the catch-up game.
Yeah.
So he's playing from behind, and I really feel that for Fnatic with their lineup, I just sort of expected them to have a better time in the lanes.
Yeah.
I expected them to win that Darkseer lane, or not necessarily completely crush it, but at least I expected Darkseers to be creep skipping, farming behind the tower, but no. Look at this, like, they're actually...
They're just getting so much space on the map, Mineski.
They are utilizing the space much better.
See an attempt on Argit here. As he does get stunned up, can they kill him off? He's going to get down with the waveform, and he's into the Darkseer, surges away again. Argit with these escapes, just making it very hard for Fnatic to get the kills that they want. They do get the Grimstroke.
They're going to go for Rush now, I guess.
Oh, Dragonite just blinks up to the high ground, seeing if we can find someone, but...
They have a black hole if they want to try and do something around the pit. I mean, Moon, this is going to be a bit of an issue. He is pushing the wave right up to the base. But at the same time, Moon wants to be here. Yeah, he's TPing over.
He went to base?
Oh, he TP'd to base. He
has travels.
Well, yeah. He TP'd to base and a travel.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
They should be able to push Fnatic away from this.
This could be, the black hole is such a amazing tool around that road field. Hello.
Arbor's going to try and kick things off. Pops his BKB, and they've got the fear bringing down the Puck. That's the Puck god.
Yeah, waiting for that black hole.
Enigma is on the high ground. They're lurking. There we go.
There it is.
He's going to get a couple of them, but it is going to get cancelled. The Chinese comes out, and they're crumbling him, Mineski.
I was worried about that this is going to happen for them. Basically, this is the only way Fnatic take the game. It is basically the fact that they tried to fight without BKB, and now...
What the hell's going on here?
Right, that's not great either.
That was a huge minute of gameplay there for Fnatic, as Mineski just, after having such a brilliant start to the game, just falling apart there.
Why was Morphling still there?
Yeah,
I guess he just felt overconfident.
Yeah, I guess they thought
they backed off, yeah.
I think The problem is you try to fight without that BKB on Enigma. I think you just wait for the BKB, and that's what they're telling themselves right now. I've been in these situations many times, and I know exactly, like, guys, just wait for the BKB, let them take Rosh. We're still split pushing them.
Yeah,
like,
they can't push anyway.
They can't push. Like, what does the Aegis change? Absolutely nothing. In their hands, it's useless. In our hands, it's game over. But we can wait for the next one. So just get that BKB, fight the proper fight, and then take over the game. But if you go for that black hole play without BKB, someone is gonna break it. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be the vacuum or Earth Spirit or.
He was waiting on the high ground for a very long time to see if he could find that perfect black hole with everybody in.
It was close.
And that already took a very long time. It was close, and it looked like
almost
Fnatic was gonna make that mistake to all collapse on the Morphling at some point.
Oh.
But.
Oh no, Moon! He jumps in. But Mineski,
that's a Lich buyback. They're gonna
that as well. That is Pi as well. The Pi does have buyback, so does Enigma, Morphling, and Grimstroke are pretty. Actually, mostly Grimstroke is pretty good at defending objectives.
And they are moving back. Now with this Rosh, I actually had the feeling they finished it. Well,
yeah.
I'm imagining.
They backed off, but
yeah, I'm imagining stuff.
But I mean, this is, you know, Mineski, they had such a great start. They had the map control, and as you say, what they were doing was working, pushing out, splitting the lanes. Now they've sort of changed their approach and
they changed
trying
the
to get
approach in
kills.
the wrong situation, because
they get punished for it.
They thought, all right, maybe we can fight this. We have Enigma around the pit. I can't blame them. Enigma around the pit is so good. Plus, you have Grimstroke always giving you information with his first spell, always giving vision, so you can act accordingly. However, still, not waiting for that BKB was really the main reason why they lost Rosh and all these fights afterwards. Jit is getting BKB too. He's feeling quite pressured. It's not really the optimal build, right? It's not something that you want to be buying on Morphling. There are definitely better items. But he's just afraid of being perma-stunned, perma-silenced.
Yeah. Really makes sense. And he has the space for it too. I mean, he's still doing fine.
Yeah, he's doing fine. And they don't like damage, by the way. A team with an Enigma like this versus all these beefy boys, you just use Midnight Pulse, and that's already enough. Like, you're already gonna deal enough damage.
See, Grimstroke is in a world of trouble right now.
That Grimstroke with 4.5k gold, by the way.
Is he still holding on?
Yeah, he's still holding.
What's he gonna buy?
What's he saving for?
I don't know.
I imagine he wants a Hex.
Yeah, you'd suspect Hex, but I mean,
not spend any of it.
Yeah, usually getting Glimmer perhaps earlier is a lot of utility for your team.
I mean, even if I think that he would have maybe lived here, and otherwise next time, you know, there's gonna be the need to buy detection, so you're starving the other supports in the other team with a little bit of gold there.
He's just a hoarder. He likes to save up.
I mean, he does have a GPM talent. He's just, you know, he's just banking it.
I mean, now that the base is under fire here, it's Fnatic. Side will jump forward with the Omni Slash as well. KP, he's going to go for the black hole, but the Omni Slash is bringing him down low. He does manage to continue to stay alive with the BKB, but finally he falls. 2 buybacks have to come out from Mineski to make that 3 as they're looking to desperately hold this, and they will be able to do so as they kill off both the Darkseer, the Dragon Knight, and the Aegis. Going to try and chase for more here. It has been a costly defense from Mineski with these 3 buybacks being used. They keep chasing forward. In fact, the Morphling's in trouble.
That's a dieback. And highlight that same story.
Right.
As DJ and Jabs in a little bit of a trouble here, so binded together.
Support duo power.
And they are going to try and look for DJ. DJ will roll across, start to pull the wave away. Does still die.
Yeah, that's Hex.
Jabs will die as well.
Okay, so the Fnatic duel will die, but as I say, that
3 buybacks, 2 of them dieback. That is insanely good for Fnatic.
Yeah,
dying or not.
That's definitely alright for them. Yeah, they lost Aegis and Jug again. But still.
They know they can, when they're back up, they can just go again, and there's not going to be those buybacks.
Yeah, and this was a black hole, BKB black hole Enigma. How did it? Did you just kill him?
The problem with this black hole was it came a bit too late. He was already omni slashing, so he just got omni slashed by a black hole. He didn't really stop Jugget doing damage. So that's basically the main issue.
Oh. You know, for all the trouble that Ice had at the start of the game, as a Darkseer, you're still going to be having that utility later on. He's still got those Greaves, he's still got the initiation. That vacuum wall was brilliant.
Vacuum walls from him were actually awesome.
And,
what wall is this?
I mean, you can get these walls nowadays, right? Because you lay down your own wall, basically.
You point it.
You drag it, if you will.
Actually, that's... Wow.
Look at that.
Perfect play from him.
Yeah, I mean, after such a rough start and then to solo killing a puck.
Solo killing a puck, and here I am still struggling with even casting that wall as a Darkseer. I swear, every time I try to vacuum wall, I catch them with the edge of the wall for some reason. Because you have to drag it, so it's like
you have to click first or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's so confusing. I still mess it up as well.
And the puck, he doesn't have buyback. He stayed there for 80 seconds.
Yeah, and they know this because he just bought back. So they're very well aware. There's no Dream Coil.
They've got the DK form, so...
Black hole is still not up. Should be up soon, but...
They should be counting that anyway.
Yeah, they outpush so well, though.
Yeah, and they're gonna go back bottom. Oh, hello! Omni Slash on the Blink, on the BKB Enigma. There is a buyback, though, but the BKB is now already used. Even if they do end up...
That double stun perfectly timed.
Double hex, double silence.
But
the Dragon Knight with a double damage rune, or does it just look like that? He looks very...
Yeah, it just looks like that, doesn't it?
He's very blue.
As he's going to have to be a buyback from the Grimstroke. Fnatic just jumping into the base, diving in deep. That's going to be a dieback by the looks of it from Febby as he cannot get back to the fountain. As Fnatic now tearing Mineski apart. A game that looked to have
it was a double damage rune.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was. It was just about... Yes, we won.
It's a 5-man black hole.
It was a brilliant black hole.
Look at that damage.
But what...
Midnight Pulse, man. What a spell. Wow.
A 5-man black hole for what? Unfortunately.
For what?
For what?
For what?
As Fnatic take their axe. And a game that really did look to be, at the start, it looked so hopeful for Mineski. Yeah, Argit, something pretty lame, but now at this point, it's like Fnatic just woke up. It's like, all right, boys, let's play properly now. And
they fell apart. After that first black hole usage without the BKB, honestly, I saw it happen. I was expecting it.
You could see the team crumble.
I could see the team instantly crumbling because they lose that. There's like pressure when a team has an Enigma. You don't have to use that black hole. You just have it. And it's pressuring the other team. You can't push high ground. You can't do these crazy movements because you're thinking, all right, we're going to push. He doesn't have a BKB. He's still going to catch us because he sees us all while we're pushing. In that fight on mid, there's space for someone to like escape the black hole, for someone to stop it. And once you raise the black hole like that, instantly they can take rush. After that, they can push high ground. The black hole is still off. It's just domino effect. Like that one small misstep.
I love AoE Surge, by the way. Can I just interject that in there too? That is so good. Took that quick web one out there, way, but
won't quite be able to. But again, Fnatic are pushing.
Yeah, black hole still on cooldown.
So
you notice?
How did Mineski put a stop to this? It's been difficult for them the last few times. They do not have the BKB on Argit, so he can afford to frontline a little bit more. And they're losing the tier 3 tower mid. Stun's going to be dodged easily by the Blade Fury. And Abed has a completed Blood Dawn as well, so if they get on top of a target with the stun and the silence,
actually,
they're going to get shredded.
Yeah.
As they just can't push this DK back. I mean, the whole of Mineski's alive, but they don't have the black hole yet. Fnatic just taking the racks from underneath their noses.
They gotta, like, Mineski at this point has to wait for that good fight that they basically tailor towards. They need to wait 35 more seconds before the black hole's up. If they lose that fight, it's over.
I don't think they're ever gonna find a black hole as good as that one under the mountain.
Well, the only reason that happened was because Fnatic at that point didn't care about positioning anymore.
Yeah.
They've been really crisp in making sure that there's always some person outside.
Yeah. it doesn't really matter that much who's outside now that he has BKB.
Sure.
But you have to catch Jug before he uses Omni Slash.
He's been making it a point to just blink in and Omni Slash the Enigma straight up.
Yeah, they're doing that so well.
Yeah.
They're initiating onto Mineski before Mineski is able to do anything.
Yeah.
So they're really like just YOLO crazy movements, just jumping in
If you're KP,
on a hunch.
you're sitting on 2,800 gold. Shouldn't you go for something then like a Yule's or like an Aeon Disc so that you can survive, or Ghost Scepter so that you can survive that Omni Slash? Because he's the target every time.
Definitely, it's good. But right now, like they're 2 sides down. I guess you just save for that buyback. You have the buyback up. If they do kill you with that, you just buy back instantly and go back into the fight with the black hole. I think right now that's possibly the better play. Yeah.
I guess he did pop BKB last time as well, which hopefully this time he wouldn't be. Oh!
Alright, they'll go for the black hole on the big kill. Yep, get the DK. He's going to buy back immediately because now Arbeit knows no black hole, no BKB.
Yeah, that's also a problem, you know, if you just catch a person that
Wall is used too, though.
Yeah, he'll just buy back and they'll play on as if it didn't happen. They know that the DK is not going to die unless there's a black hole. So without a black hole, of course he's buying back because he's under no threat of dying again, and they can just punish this.
You put that very well. Like how do they defend this now? Like what do they do about this push? It's going to be very hard. I mean they still have AoE, they still have Grimstroke Puck. There's even the Midnight Pulse that I mean that deals a lot of damage to these tanky heroes such as Dragonite. It's gonna be tough for them to defend. But it's not easy to.
Arbeit straight in, they're into the base, ready to go. BKB out of Dragon form, jump over the Omni Slash. That's a dead Morphling. He does have a buyback available, and of course RG will use it. And do you get the Hex out onto them? KP, oh! He's in! The Taco's ready again. He bought the refresher off. Is it going to be enough to get the kill? It will. They didn't expect the refresher. I didn't expect the refresher.
I didn't.
Nobody expected the refresher. But it was there. It didn't let them kill the DK. Are they going to be able to win the fight? That is the question. And with the more diebacking on the front lines as such, it doesn't look like they will, as Fnatic are still able to come out on top easily. Despite the cute little refresher or play, it was not enough. There's no more. They're down to just 3 left alive, and now there was a second black hole. There's certainly not going to be a third. As Mineski are forced back to the base, Fnatic diving the fountain here, enjoying their seeming victory as it would look to be. As even though they don't have the Dragonite, they still have the number advantage.
Yeah, they just need to protect this Jug while he pushes, because this might happen.
Maybe.
I get him.
Double stun from Pi. The Dream Kill there as well.
Yeah, they have the healing ward. They're going to heal up on that Jug, go back in. Still has 60 seconds without that Morphling. And there's no reason why he shouldn't just ignore you and take your Raxes. Like, just go for Megas. Why not? There we go.
Backing back onto them, and
he's taking a lot of damage though. He has to be careful. One more Jagan would have done it.
No healing ward for 30
they're just waiting for Midnight Pulse to run out.
I must say, it was a pretty cute play with the refresher chart, and then basically black holing, luring Fnatic in to go again. You know, it could have worked.
Yep.
It didn't though, but they had to try something, and otherwise they were just sitting ducks. So, unfortunately for Mineski, they can still try to hold against Megas, but it's going to be a tough one. And to be honest, well, they got one more fight left in them.
I don't know if they do. I think this game looks pretty over.
I mean, they're going to have the time for one more fight, let's put it that way.
Sure.
I didn't say they were going to win it. I said one more fight.
I think this game is. This is a start to a series where, you know, I think it's going to be a bit tough for Mineski going into game 2 after a game 1 like this.
I don't know, like, I still think they can turn it. They played, I mean, the way they played in the laning stage made me think that they're
they look really hot.
Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Look like Fnatic were very shaky in the lane.
Strategically, the way they moved, the way they positioned their lanes, everything looked alright for them. But then, I think they just crumbled like that. That's one bad call to fight that rush. Just destroyed them. That's all. like imagine they wait for BKB, then they fight. Morphling gets a kill, definitely with that BKB. There's nothing to stop the Black Hole. They won the fight. They win the fight. They take ages. Morphling has a Skadi, BKB, Manta builds Butterfly instantly after. Jack does not farm. I mean, it could have been a very, very different game.
Yep. Well, everything back up again for Mineski. They're gonna wait for Fnatic to walk up high ground with that Aegis and Cheese and Refresher Shard. This is the third one, right? Yeah.
It's just the second, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it the third?
Second, third.
I'm not certain.
Even if it doesn't have a Refresher Shard, still Cheese there too.
Yeah, that's not good. I think it's the second. Yeah, it's the second.
Yeah.
Second.
Well, they give the cheese to Dragonite. He doesn't have that buyback, so it's pretty good.
So KP's got the double black hole back and available again.
Yeah.
So, and he's going for the Ag. So he's going for the I'm going to carry the game build. You know, with that Ag and Refresher, you can wipe a whole team. If you can get that Dream Black Hole.
Double Midnight Pulse.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, like quadruple Midnight Pulse for the Axe.
With the Refresher, and the Axe.
It's that's a team wipe right there. You got to get that perfect black hole, but it is possible.
It is.
It's possible.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a team wipe. You just need to catch Jug and Dragonite. That's your play. And if you manage to, like, you can still turn this game even you're playing versus Megas. It's not the first time that I've seen it happen. Especially if Enigma gets 25. You get the plus 8 Eidolons and you get the damage on level 20 for Eidolons. And you can take the base on your own, basically. You can defend the base on your own or you can take their base on your own. So it's like this Enigma can carry the game, but I don't think Fnatic is gonna let that happen, honestly. Like, they're way too in front. The Aegis, the Cheese, I don't know. Maybe you get one Black Hole plus Midnight Pulse. Are you gonna get the second one off? I doubt it.
Yeah, like, it's likely that something's gonna happen in between the cast of the two. But that can cause issues for it, especially as we're seeing with the way that MP's been having a fantastic game on the Jug, and with that full Abyssal, as long as he can get in and start Omni slashing, he's going to be able to drop the Abyssal down, so you can no longer sort of just BKB and Black Hole.
You can see they're smoked up, and Sven is doing this, like he's in front in the warding, and that's so important because exactly what you just said. If they're smoked up, he just jumps in Abyssals, then your Refresher does not matter.
Yeah, if MP sees that Enigma, it's going to be game over. And he'll go back to more. Still a big one. There's no buyback on that more.
That should be game.
Okay, Black Hole 1. Going to go for the first Black Hole. See if it's going to be enough damage. It is a low cause with those Midnight Pulses. He's going to get the second one out though. It doesn't look like it. He's getting bashed up. GG. He has got a buyback, but indeed that is game over. Fnatic. Oh. They shouldn't have called GG.
They should.
GG. They could have maybe had a chance. I think, come on, you got to let
that Jug would have killed them. That Jug would have killed them.
Well, back.